What's going on, guys? Thank you for coming to Politics and Life. I hope all my freedom-loving patriots are having a blessed day on this beautiful, not beautiful Sunday. I enjoy the cold weather because it has been hot as hell in California, but I hope you guys are having a blessed day with your loved ones. Today, we are doing a live podcast on Benny Johnson and Alex Primetime, Alex Primetime Stein, I believe it is, and he goes into the streets at a climate protest and kind of just messes with them. And that's what Alex Stein is so great at doing, trolling the liberal left. And then Benny Johnson, he goes into the streets in Florida, I believe, and talks to just regular everyday Americans and asks, what do you guys think about Trump's second administration or possibly a third administration? I mean, if Trump is capable of doing a third administration and there is a legal process to do it, why not? I mean, the Democrats stole the election in 2020, so if they could steal an election illegally and commit treason, why can't we have a Trump third administration? I would be so down for that. Anyways, enough talking. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it started, y'all.
Is our boy Trump doing as president? How's he doing?
He lit in the motherfucking look. Trump really doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Build them borders, get them motherfuckers up out of here. Oh my God. And let's get my tax return back, motherfucker. We really want our money. You want your money?
I want my money.
You want your money? Hello again on Benny on the Block. We are out here in Miami.
How's Trump doing?
Doing great. I fuck with Trump, man. I like that he be horning everybody. Like, fuck every other country that ain't where we on. I just like Trump, period, though. Yeah. As a person, he's just an asshole. If I was a president, I'll act just like him.
China. Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus?
It comes from China.
Oh, my beautiful lady is on this live chat. Hi, babe. I love you. I'll see you in a little bit.
It's not racist at all, no. It comes from China.
Vamos a hacer América más grande, por así.
Donald Trump, what do we think?
I love him.
Love him?
Love him. Thank you, Trump, for getting rid of Justin Trudeau.
Should he run for a third term?
Absolutely.
Would you vote for Trump third time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No brain. Says he wants to run again?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
MAGA, baby, MAGA.
I'm telling you, I kind of want to move to Florida one day in the future, a long time in the future, even though I know the weather's iffy, but I just feel like the people in Florida, common sense. Plus the people that run the state are just all conservatives, of course. So it's, of course, a very conservative state. Who wouldn't want to have those type of people running your state? People with common sense who are America first. We're Democrats who run California, running it into the effing ground, even though I do think that California is a red state.
A lot of people like Trump. Yes, a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is. You going to vote for Kamala again if she runs?
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Benny. We're here in Miami Beach. We hear that Donald Trump is unpopular with young people. Well, this is where they all hang out. It's spring freaking break. So let's go ask. What do you think of Donald Trump 2.0? We're going to find out today on Benny on the Block. Let's go. How's Trump doing?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. The golden era.
That's right. What's your favorite part of the golden era?
I love, obviously, the borders are closed and I see gas prices.
I say within the next 4 to 6 months, we are going to be living in a whole new America. First, Epstein Files better be released, which I have faith that it will be. Diddy Files, borders already down, 99% last we checked. Food prices are going to go down. Inflation's going to be very minimal. Everything's going to be made in America again, meaning everyday prices are going to just be skyrocketing down. Get rid of the IRS, no taxes. Come on, baby. That is America first economy right there.
Is going down.
You happy with Trump?
I am, yeah. Happy with the transparency and the way things are going.
I personally support Trump.
I think he's an awesome president and that he does what he wants. He sets stone what he wants to do. Like when he wants to make a policy, he makes it happen.
Alpha energy.
Yeah, I voted for Trump.
What do you think of Trump? How's Trump doing?
Oh, he's the man.
Yeah.
There's nobody better. Look what he's
Also, one point. Remember the Democrats did say under Joe Biden, we had to pass legislation to have that secure border. We haven't passed a single bill since Trump's been in, and it's been only a few months, and we had that border down by 95% crossings and counting. And we didn't pass any legislation, so it shows the Democrats were lying the whole time.
doing.
Yes.
You know, he's doing everything he said he was going to do. The tariffs were a little rocky, but he looks like he's bringing us to where he said he was going to bring us. So we'll see what happens.
America first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You agree with that? America first?
Yeah, 100%.
Donald Trump, what do we think?
I love him.
Love him?
Love him.
From 1 to 10, what do we think?
10.
I'm Canadian, so the tariffs are hurting us a bit, but I would say 8 overall. He's fucking awesome.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
You seem like a really nice guy.
It's all good. It's all
Maple syrup. We get it. Yeah, totally.
Spanish.
Look at how they're
No mata, no mata.
What do you think of Trump?
In Argentina, a lot of people like Trump. Yes,
Yeah.
a lot.
Why?
Because his politics are similar to Milei's. So, and we like the character of Trump too. It's like very popular Trump in Argentina.
I like guys, capital guys.
Yes, alpha.
Yeah.
Like a man. He's a man.
Yeah.
Milei is
Milei's
like
a man too.
here. Yeah, people like him.
Yes, very popular. Malay is the man. The chainsaw.
We have literally had this one world liberal, one world government in place, ran by the Rothschilds. Let's not pretend that's the case when it is, forever. And when Trump was in, he changed the outlook of the whole world. I'm telling you, this America First movement is going worldwide, regardless if you want it or not. If you don't want it, move to one of these communist countries. See how long you keep that same energy, because I guarantee within a week, you guys will be crying your asses back to America. This is a world movement happen, and regardless if you want it to or not, it's going to happen. And then these little crybaby liberals are going to see 4 to 6 months, we're going to have a record economy. I'm telling you, it's going to come.
No, yeah.
Donald Trump, how's he doing? How's Trump doing?
Doing great. I f with Trump, man.
Yeah, that's right. We get a lot of that today. What do you like about Trump?
I like that he be horning everybody, like, you know, f every other country that ain't what we on. You got to be what we on, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, we the dominant. So, and they say he racist. I don't think he racist. I think he just like what he likes.
Oh, look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. He do stuff for everybody.
How is Donald Trump doing as president?
Horrible.
Why?
He's horrible.
Well, that's not an answer.
He's forcing federal employees back into the office.
So you think federal...
So this dummy right here, of course, woke idiot, says he's forcing people that work for the government to actually go back to work in the office. So how much you want to bet that this idiot right here is one of those federal employees? Pure laziness. They think they shouldn't have to work, as every other American does, unless you work from home. But majority of Americans have to go into office or go to their work sites and work like normal everyday Americans. And idiots like this, liberals, all indoctrinated. Watch, I'm just going to let her answer first.
Employees shouldn't have to go back to the office?
No, I do not.
Why?
Because.
Like everyone else in America has to.
Yeah, but it's just after no telling what disease coming out next. No, we need to stay at home.
Are you a federal employee?
I am.
Of course, she's one of those idiots. It makes sense why she thinks she shouldn't have to go to work.
Get out of there. Okay. Hey, if her boss is watching, she's out here in Miami Beach. She should have been in there.
Yeah, fire her.
How is our boy Trump doing as president? How's he doing?
He lifting the motherfucking look. Trump really doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Build them borders. Get them motherfuckers up out of here. Oh my God. And let's get my tax return back, motherfucker. We really want our money. You want your money?
I want my money.
You want your money?
Tell them to bring me my money.
So, where y'all? Oh, no,
okay.
Come on. What do you feel about how Trump doing in the office right now?
I have no idea. I'm French.
French.
Macron.
The president.
Ask her what she feels about Macron.
Oh, I feel like
Can you say French? How you feel about Macron?
Comme de la merde.
Macron, the president of France, is married to a dude who groomed him at a young age. Facts. Look into Candace Owens. She exposed the whole thing.
What did you just say?
I think I know what she said. What's up, man? Look at this guy.
Brazil.
What's up, man? What do you think of Donald Trump?
Trump, come on, man. Brazil, I love you. Come on.
Yeah, we still love you.
Yeah.
How's Trump doing?
MAGA, baby, MAGA.
Yeah. What should happen to illegal aliens in America?
I love that he's focusing right now on the ones that are committing major crimes. That's essential. I keep hearing horror stories about what's been going on with different people throughout the country from these illegal aliens that are, causing all these crimes in the country. He's getting rid of them first, focusing on them. Safety, number one, that's what we need to be focusing on in this country. He's putting Americans first.
Yes.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
What?
Freaking time.
About freaking time.
We shouldn't be here illegally.
Yeah, illegally. You know what I'm saying? If you're here illegally, you taking my job to, my girls and all that type of stuff,
You both are like smiling. What's your favorite part of like what Trump's done so far?
Eliminating DEI.
Trolling Justin Trudeau out of a job.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that actually, we needed that. So it's been great.
I will never apologize for standing up.
If you've recently been injured in a car accident that wasn't your fault, I've got one question for you. Do you know how to get the
For an LGBTQ.
Boy.
Thank you, Trump, for getting rid of Justin Trudeau.
There you go. From Canada. There you go. All right. What's your favorite thing that Trump's done so far?
How he said there's only a man and a woman. Common sense is back, and we're happy about that.
That's exactly right.
Yes, sir.
Should he run for a third term?
Absolutely. Yes. Super excited.
Donald Trump wants to run for a third term. What do you think? Would you support?
Hey, on the Trump site, they're actually selling Trump 2028 hats. I'm about to get mine soon, very soon. Trigger all the liberals.
Support him?
Yeah. I mean, if he keep up doing what he's doing, I wouldn't care.
Depends on the best candidate to me.
Yeah.
So maybe. Let's see.
Would you vote for Trump third time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No brainer.
Trump says he wants to run again?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
If you could vote for him again, would you?
Yes.
Okay. What about you?
I would say
you're Canadian.
I am. I can't, but if I could, I would do JD Vance next time. He's awesome too.
Yeah, that's right.
The thing I love about America is that I could have voted for Kamala. He could have voted for Trump, but at the end of the day, we still hang out.
We're all bros. Right. Yeah. All right. You gonna vote for Kamala again if she runs?
What else do we know about this population, 18 to 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
They say she might run again, 2028. What do you think?
We'll see how Trump does at the end of these 4 years.
We'll see.
And
I doubt it. I doubt it. Kamala Harris is leading the polls to run again in 2028. What do you think?
I think that would be a disaster for the Democrats. And honestly,
I embrace Kamala. I mean, there's no one on the Democrats bench. It looks like AOC took over the lead spot. AOC running against Vance or anyone in the Trump family, I encourage it. Bring it on. We're going to keep on spanking that ass, improving when it comes to the Senate and Congress, and just gain more seats. AOC is an open communist. There's nothing good about her agenda and what she promotes. Fight the oligarchy as she flies in VIP first-class planes and jets. She's such a clown. AOC is so dumb.
so to go down that road, good riddance.
I don't even believe it. I mean, look what happened this last election. She lost every single swing state. I don't think she'll ever get in the White House, but
bring it on, please. Like, where do I donate? Okay, well, how can I make Kamala a candidate again?
It'd be the best thing in the world for conservatives for her to make a comeback.
Yeah, but I don't think she'll ever win.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
How would you say "Make America Great Again" in Spanish? How do you say it?
Vamos a hacer América más grande, por así.
Yeah.
Buena de nuevo, sí.
O mano, yeah, sí.
Buena,
Sí, mano.
Okay.
Vamos a hacer América grande otra vez.
America grande otra vez.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta hit the Trump dance. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. There it is.
Trump, I just like Trump, period, though.
Yeah.
You know, as a person, he's just
Trump
an
watch our channel. What's your message to him?
If I was a president, I'll act just like him. Fuck him. Fuck him. China.
Miami is about as diverse and unique and eclectic a place as you can possibly find in America. You would definitely expect there to be a good cross-section of what Americans believe here in Miami Beach, especially during spring break. And what Americans believe is that President Trump deserves a third term. It's your boy Benny here in the streets, South Beach. Trump holds it down strong.
All right, guys, that's the end of that video. We're going to start another one now, and it is Alex Stein, who is the best liberal troller I've ever seen. He gets assaulted at a climate protest, and then we're going to switch over to X. I got some videos saved that I want to react to with you guys.
This is me about a month into my GLP-1 med. medication treatment, and this is me 1 year after. One of the most common questions I get about my GLP-1 medication.
Also, if you're coming from X, please subscribe to my YouTube, regardless if I post it on X and YouTube at the same time. YouTube is shadow banning me big time, so I appreciate if you guys go follow me at California JB5460. Channel name is Politics and Life. I've also posted posts the past few days on X showing that you could just click on the link and it will take you straight to my YouTube. So I appreciate everyone who subscribes. Let's get it.
Yeah, how much is this one? And has it been used before?
It's $10, sir.
I know, but you think it's been used before?
Unfortunately for that, I don't know.
Well, it's not that big a deal, but I want to do it for a prank video. I want to drink water out of it. That's the only reason I asked. I know that sounds crazy.
I don't smell anything. Because they can't see it. That one has to make it.
That artillery, do not mess with the pimp on a blend. Do not mess with me, guys. Not today. I just want to tell you, I'm about to put water in this, and I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to drink it in front of them.
You're going to put water in a propane or kerosene?
Come on.
Thing. Because they're protesting oil. So I'm going to go there and say, I love oil. And this is going to be full of water. I'm going to pour it on myself. But I just wanted you to know that there's no danger. There's no water. So you know that it is just performance art.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Irritate me.
Wonderful.
See if we can switch the internet over.
Sir, you know your First Amendment rights. Do what you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, but do you think...
All we want is make sure there's peace and there's no fighting, like, you know...
I know fighting. I don't want to fight.
Hands put on each other, Mr. Stein, so you're good. So that's fine.
Just want you to know. It's water. I mean,
right, I'll let my guys up there know.
Please let them know it's water. It's not. It's nothing dangerous. It's just a political, performance art protest. We're here at the oil protest. All right, we're here at the oil protest. I just want to say I love oil. Oh. I love oil.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love
it. Day.
I love oil. I love oil.
Well, people,
you guys are idiots.
We're counting the 2.4.
We love oil. We love oil. We love what? What?
Yeah, get out of here.
Wait, what's going on? Why are you touching me?
Get out of here.
We love oil.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
We love oil. We love oil.
Love oil over there.
We love oil. Why don't you guys like oil? Why don't you guys like oil? What is going on? Get this guy's face.
Want some or what?
No, I don't want any of you.
Can I talk to you over here?
Why are you touching me? You're getting in my face.
Yeah. Why are you over here?
Well, I'm over here because I love oil. We love oil. Quit pushing me.
Yeah, get out the way.
Dude, I'm allowed to be here just like you. I'm allowed to be here just like. Quit touching me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
These people are so insane on the left these days, the party of intolerance and acceptance. Look how they act. Like, you can't even just be joking or come to their protests, and they will literally just be on your ass, like threatening you, assaulting you, throwing water at you. It's a joke. These people on the left are such a joke, and they don't realize they are such a small minority of sheeple that most of Americans can't even stand at this point. It's almost like a cult.
It's okay. Can I talk to you over here? I want to hear how much you love big oil.
I'm allowed to be here. I'm allowed to be here.
I want to hear how much you love big oil.
We love oil.
I hear you.
They pay a lot of people's bills. We love. Hey, dude, I know this kid's deranged. Look how mentally ill that kid is. We love oil. We love it. Let's see.
What's your name, sir?
Alex Stein.
It's nice to meet you, Alex.
Oh, I love oil.
I totally hear you. I hear you.
Oh. We love oil.
I'm glad you love oil, Alex.
You see, they're trying to scare me. Say they're gonna dox me.
How much you want to bet a lot of these people at these protests are just like the big Democrat fake propaganda paid protesters? A lot of them are illegals. I guarantee pay money on that about half of them are illegals.
What are you doing? Who are you?
Who are you?
Why are you touching? Hey, film this. Why are you touching? Why are you touching? Get on. Why are you hitting me and touching me?
Oh, what are you talking about hitting you? Nobody is hitting you, Alex.
Yes, they are. Hey, these people can just hit me. They can just hit me.
It's okay if we dox you and put you on Dallas Morning News.
I got you on body cam.
It's okay.
It's a recording.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Now you are harassing people.
I'm not harassing people.
And you don't.
I'm allowed to protest here too.
You are.
I'm allowed to protest here.
Thank you for being
Look
here
at these
so much.
sickos. Officer, how much is this woman?
Oh my God!
Dude, they just threw coffee on her.
I'm so sorry. No, it wasn't an accident. No, it definitely was an accident.
All we want is make sure there's peace and there's no fighting, like, you know.
Why do I use Nevada?
No one sorry, guys. You. Stupid
It makes
ads.
managing business.
They're gonna sit there. They're throwing coffee on us, hitting us. You're not gonna do anything. Yeah, they just threw coffee all over her. Come here, officer. I'm allowed to be here. I'm allowed to be here. This is a public area. I'm allowed to be here. Now look at this coffee they threw on her. Come here. Come here. No, you're not throwing coffee on people. Look at this coffee. Officer, I haven't thrown water on anybody.
So he talks, he doesn't approach anyone, or he might approach him, but he doesn't hit, he doesn't attack, he doesn't call names. Besides the deranged guy that was running at him, and they're allowed to throw coffee and act like the little children, and yet nothing happens to them. These officers that do nothing, which I know they're probably in liberal states, so they're told to stand down, they need to get fired. Anyone who's in charge and allows violence, protest needs to get fired.
I'm doing it myself. You see that? You see that coffee? Yeah, we need a cop. We need a cop. Yeah.
She spilled her coffee all over me and they're laughing about it intentionally.
They can just throw coffee on people?
I wasn't doing anything.
Uniformed officer coming up right.
Yeah.
They were physically pushing, hit him, and then spilled their drink on me. And I was just sitting there recording. I didn't even interact with anyone or do anything or touch anyone.
She's allowed to film. Those other people are filming. They're not throwing coffee on her.
That's fine.
On them.
You're agitating people.
I'm allowed to stand here.
Yep, but you do not have a permit.
I'm allowed. You don't need a permit to go to a park. Officer, what is this woman doing?
What are you doing?
I'm here trying to protest. Oh, have you ever heard of a protest? You ever heard of a counter protest? Yeah.
That's what happens when you're kind of.
So I'm just saying, I'm allowed to protest.
Wow, he needs to get fired.
I'm allowed to protest anywhere. She doesn't get to tell me where I get to go.
You can wait here for an officer.
Yeah, okay, but I can walk right here too. She doesn't get to touch me.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. You're coming at me right now. I'm not touching you.
I'm not coming.
This officer is a weak man and needs to be fired.
Yes, you are. You are walking towards me, sir. You are coming at me. I am not.
No, I'm not.
And you, if you want to.
You're being weird.
A police officer is coming.
Just get off.
But I hear you, Alex. I hear you.
Listen, you guys are delusional. Barack Obama, Bill Gates, they all have houses on the coast. These people are delusional. They're delusional.
They are.
These people are mental.
I agree.
It's ridiculous.
If you'd like to make your police report, the police are coming right here.
Come on. Hey, we got that on camera. Let's just file the police report.
Yep, if you'd like to file a police report, the police are coming right here.
Okay, we'll go talk to them right now.
That'd be great.
Look at that.
Like,
Y'all can just throw hot coffee.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
All right, looks like there's not much more that happens. Let's switch over to X. I have some actually pretty cool or pretty funny videos that I want to react to with you guys and let you guys let me know what you think as well. Let's see. So, this is the craziest story of the week, y'all. You guys hear about the judge that got arrested, literally attacked 2 Americans, and they were at the courthouse, and they were the legal who should have never been there to begin with was almost let out the back door from the judge. I'm not a fan of Pam Bondi, but we're going to listen to what she says here because she gives the exact description of what happens. It's insane.
And to set the stage for you and Sandra, this was truly horrific. This guy was in court being prosecuted by a state prosecutor for domestic violence battery. He had beat up 2 people, a guy and a girl, hit the guy 30 times, knocked him to the ground, choked him, beat up a woman so badly they both had to go to the hospital. And John, you know, it's so rare for victims to want to cooperate. They wanted to cooperate. They were sitting in the courtroom with the state prosecutor. The judge learns that ICE was outside to get the guy because he had been deported in 2013, came back in our country, commits these crimes, charged with committing these crimes, victims in court. Judge finds out. She goes out in the hallway, screams at the immigration officers. She's furious, visibly shaken, upset, sends them off to talk to the chief judge. She comes back in the courtroom. You're not going to believe this. Takes the defendant and the defense attorney back in her chambers, takes them out of private exit and tells them to leave, while a state prosecutor and victims of domestic violence are sitting in the courtroom.
That doesn't prove that the Democrats are more for illegals and criminals over Americans. I don't know what else can prove that. It is disgusting, the behavior we've seen. And also, another judge was arrested by the Trump administration this week for literally harboring and letting illegals live in their house. This is a judge, an elected judge, letting illegals stay in their house, using them probably for free labor. And it's just disgusting. Disgusting behavior we've seen from the Democrats. They are the party of pro-censorship, illegals, criminals, receiving all free welfare and EBT and free money off the tax-paying citizens, and against Americans. They are tyrants. The Democrat Party these days are tyrants, and it's disgusting that anyone can vote for them after what we've seen in the past few weeks.
There was a tweet 2 weeks ago when all this started by Nick Carter that I retweeted because I thought it was really interesting, which was, if you think a market sell-off delegitimizes Trump's presidency, you're going to give him unconditional credit when it rallies, right? Because those are the rules now. And that's exactly what's happened, is that the market has rallied. Like you said, it's up 7% this week, but the media doesn't want to give Trump any credit for it. So it's kind of created this narrative of a Besson put. In other words, Besson is entirely responsible for it. Look, Scott is a very smart man. He understands markets. He understands the bond markets, and he is a reassuring voice to those markets. And I think he's doing a great job. But I think part of what's going on with this Besson put narrative is that no one ever wants to give Trump or his administration as a whole credit. Mm-hmm. So what they do in any particular week is valorize a particular member of the administration that they can then say, well, this is the person who's really responsible for this, not Trump, because I don't want to give Trump that credit. Next week, they'll be tearing Scott down, and there'll be some other member of the administration they'll be trying to valorize to basically prevent the administration as a whole from getting credit for doing something good. So again, I think Scott's doing a great job. I think he's doing a great job making these deals, and he's saying a lot of correct and reassuring things to the markets. But I think if the media is going to tear Trump down every time the market goes down, you have to give him credit when the market goes back up.
Also, in regards to the market, because yes, he is right, the Democrats will never give him credit. We are going to look at them talking about the market and how it has dips, it goes back up. That is normal for our market. It has crashes and it goes back up. That is completely normal, especially when it comes to tariffs. It looks like, if you just look at the president's advisor, Scott, I forgot his last name, who is dealing with all these when it comes to the tariffs, a lot of these world leaders are coming to the table. A lot of them. All these places that were tariffing us, now we're coming up with deals. So that's going to be less charges when it comes to prices from other countries. We're not going to have tariffs. We're going to be making more money, keeping more money in our pockets. And a lot of people just don't get the tariff game. I know it's scary because we haven't seen it before, but just give it a chance. Because what do we have to lose? I mean, we were on bricks of nuclear war and just a record low, shitty economy under the last administration. And Trump is doing magic right now, putting out these tariffs. And in the process, he's destroying our biggest competitor / enemy, China. These other countries are bending the knee to the U.S. and now taking their companies out of China, it looks like. Also, China is our biggest enemy, who released, you know what, in their wet market about 5 years back. So they shouldn't be the number one producers. We should be the number one producers in the world. And with this tariff war, it's going to make it that way. Also, it's going to bring a lot more manufacturing jobs and revenue into our economy as well from this tariffs. Now we have fake news leftist pollster Frank Lutz gets a panel of Trump voters and is shocked when he finds out that they aren't jumping ship because of the market correction dip, which I was just talking about, in response to tariffs. There's too much reason and logic in this frame for any single Democrat to handle, because Democrats vote off fear. They watch MSNBC and CNN, so they don't know how to do a deep dive or independent research. But this clip right here shows exactly why I love Trump supporters.
I need to ask you an issue that no one's brought up and that has crashed your 401ks, most of you, your tariffs. Stock market is way down.
It needed a correction.
Oh, so you support it?
Yes. You bet.
Yep.
How many?
And I have to tell you,
how many?
My 401k wasn't impacted at all.
How many? First off, how many of you did not lose any money over the crash of the stock market? One individual, 2 people. So, Serena,
the Biden administration, I lost more money than the Trump administration by far.
In 2020,
like
in 2022, they crashed it by 25%. Yeah. For the whole year.
No one's upset over this?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nobody.
There's not a
an end
single
game here, though.
40-year
Frank Lutz is such a joke. We all know that he is a leftist paid propagandist. I'm glad to see none of these people falling for it because he's an idiot. And it looks like we have people from all over the country, all Trump supporters.
period in the history of the stock market where the stock market hasn't appreciated at an average rate of about 7%. It's so, yeah, there's ups and downs and corrections, and sometimes people are foolish and they jump out, buy high, sell low. But if people just get in and stay the course, they'll be just fine.
Yeah, and I was about to say, I'm not a day trader. I try not to look at it very often, which is, I think, a good thing. But I also trust that Trump and all of his advisors that are involved with the tariff issue know what they're doing.
Yep.
So I'm just going to hang on. I know it'll correct at some point. Yeah, I'm not really worried about it.
I think how much more are you willing to pay for products and services that come out of China? How much do prices have to go up before you say, this is not that great?
I'd rather not buy from China. I'd rather pay more money and buy American.
Same.
And prices only.
Yeah, we would rather have products from America. What's wrong with that? I mean, and it also has been proven recently and exposed that it looks like China was producing everything. And the big manufacturer, big corporations, like let's say Amazon, for example, or all these, luxury brands were getting stuff for a couple dollars per product while they bring it back to the US, stamp their own logo on it, and sell it to the American taxpayer for thousands. So if Trump would have never done this tariff war, we would have never known that. That would have never been exposed, that all these luxury brands are not luxury brands and that we were getting ripped off from the beginning.
They go up if demand is inelastic and if there's no alternative supplies. And they're doing a brilliant job. They're surrounding China with countries that want to manufacture stuff as well. And we do need to bring the stuff back, the strategic stuff for sure. But China is going to be in the soup if they don't knock it off.
Every article of clothing I have on is probably made in China, Malaysia, or somewhere else. Okay, retailers, give me something made in America. I'd gladly buy it, but it's not there. Go to Walmart. You ain't going to find jack shit, pair of socks and underwears made in America.
Made in China.
Maybe.
Yep.
But, shoes, Nikes, Pumas, they're all overrated. They're probably all made overseas.
And Nike, I believe, just made a $50 billion, I believe it was, investment in the U.S. That's goes right into our economy. More money for the Americans. Also, I believe they're taking their manufacturers out of China and moving it not to America, I believe it was, but to a different country. But as long as we have all these places leaving China, that's better for America because they are our number one enemy.
How many American shoe companies have you seen go kaput? There used to be one 30 miles down the road, made Stride Rite, made great shoes. You don't hear from them. China, Malaysia.
We need a correction. We just need a correction. We're willing to take whatever it takes.
Ride it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Stay the course.
Stay the course. Exactly. It's been a rough 2 weeks, but guess what? We got 3.5 years to worry.
Exactly.
And if it's like this in a year, I'll have another discussion maybe. but I don't think it's going to be.
I'll tell you what.
Stay the course.
And let's not pretend that we didn't have like double-digit inflation under the last administration. Stuff was a lot more expensive. Gas and oil and food products are already going down. And as I said when I started this video, border crossings are down 95%. Things are looking better. It's just if you watch leftist media or just big media in general, they will make you fearmonger. And that's what they think voters need to vote off. Fear and lies instead of facts and common sense. I try not to watch The Five because Jessica Tarloff is just the cringiest idiot ever on the show, and I don't know why they still keep her on Five. Maybe on The Five, maybe it's because she exposes how dumb she is every time she opens her mouth. But this was a good clip that I wanted to show you guys from The Five the other day of Jessica Tarloff pretty much defending the judge who let the illegal slide out through the side, who just attacked 2 American women and men and beat them senseless. Let's see what this clown has to say.
I'm talking, but it's about all of them. He's gone against the Supreme Court.
But that
he's gone against the Fourth Circuit, a Reagan appointee who wrote that decision saying you can't send this latest shipment to Venezuela. Now you're talking about this one, a county judge. And when Pam Bondi comes out there and says, we will come after you and we will prosecute you, we will find you, that is meant to have a chilling effect. They didn't need to.
What's your solution? Again, you cite polls, but I apologize. Adults have to do the adult job, and it's not going to be popular.
The adult job is, first of all, not announcing this on social media, having to take it down and then putting it back up. The adult thing to do would be to have called her in and have her come in and have a conversation about it. They didn't need.
She doesn't even talk about the illegal that attacked Americans who should have never been here to begin with. Her main concern and what she is mad about is how they posted it on X. This woman is such a disgusting human being, filth, that she should just move out of America. The fact that she has a job on Fox, of all places, is just mind-boggling to me.
To publicly arrest this woman. They wanted to make Julia. I have the video.
Yes, it's amazing.
They didn't need to make a show of it, but everything is for the camera.
Somebody whose actual purpose in this world is to enact justice and sometimes be the sole deciding factor on what justice is, who sits in front of people and has their entire lives in her hands, and she can't do something as simple as obey the law herself, and we should just hide it under the rug, bring her into a room, pat her on the hand for putting a guy back out on the street or trying to hide a guy from the proper authorities who punched someone 30 times and then struck a woman trying to break it up. With all due respect, this whole argument about these Venezuelan gang members or people who say they aren't in a gang, but they've got MS-13 and code on their knuckles to say that, well, whatever. Okay, not everybody. You've also sat here and argued against using tattoos to say if someone's a member of MS-13. So anyone who has a tie to MS-13 or the government suspects of it, if you tell me that they deserve due process, I tell you that I know Laken Riley's dad, and I would go out and get every one of them off this country just because of Laken Riley. So when Frederica Wilson says something like, more people are getting rolled up because of Laken Riley.
Again, she's more concerned about them posting on X instead of this illegal immigrant who should have never been here, pretty much beaten 2 Americans senseless. That is the mindset of a liberal Democrat. Due process, yet you're illegally here and you attack 2 Americans and beat them senseless. Disgusting that the way the left thinks, the Democrat, liberal, whatever you want to call it, tyrant thinks these days is not what your normal everyday Americans think.
You're damn right they are. Because this whole country saw what happened to Laken Riley. And we said, hell no. And then that act was passed by Congress that we voted in and signed into law by a president that we voted in. And if not being for due process for illegal immigrants that come here and commit crime makes me a bad American, okay, well, at least I'm still American, and that's a hell of a lot more than they are.
Yes.
But conservative juggernauts like Antonin Scalia have spoken about the fact that people who are here undocumented deserve due process.
No.
Arguments. I live in the real world.
You broke federal laws by coming into our country illegally, and you're not even legally here. Why the hell should you get due process? And these same idiots who say, oh, due process, are the ones that were against Trump receiving due process. What about the January 6th people that got no due process? Shut your effing mouth, you dumb person. Tarloff, you were just a joke.
Where people get hurt, where my sister gets a head-on collision from a drunk illegal who was brought here by a coyote that the Biden administration was happy letting operate. I live in the real world. I don't live in New York. I don't live in D.C. I don't live by the Supreme Court. I live in Northwest Georgia. I live in a town that's 78% Hispanic
anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a nation of laws, as the previous administration let 20 plus million illegals into our country to cause havoc, as they were letting the BLM rioters out of jail as well. Or how about the Palestine protests where they were trying to burn down police buildings and attacking officers? Yeah, no words there, no due process there. But when it comes to this illegal who attacked 2 Americans, due process.
Due process.
That's why all those people are here.
No, he didn't.
Yes, the problem here is that you say due process, we're all supposed to go, ooh, that must mean some kind of court. No, it's not a court. It's an administrative action. The guy was told what 2 judges said he was an illegal.
Well, somebody tells me he's going to get El Salvador. And somebody tells me he's going to have some version of due process, and it's also going to involve him not residing in this country. Okay.
Yeah.
That's another story.
Jessica Tarloff is the most disgusting person that works on Fox. It's amazing people like this have a job. So this is the young generation will never vote liberal again. So this is a Gen Xer speaking about why they will never vote liberal again. And it's good because they're young, so they know what's going on. And once you become awake, as I said, not woke, you never go back woke.
Some people may actually hate to hear this, but the young generation will never vote liberal again. We're the generation that grew up with parents living in a well-working society, being able to afford groceries on just 1 paycheck, dad being able to go to work, mom typically able to stay at home, going on vacation, the normal classic American dream. I know so many Gen Zers, including myself, that are working multiple jobs by themselves just to afford rent, not even to buy a house, afford rent in a condo apartment. The liberal ideologies do not favor the working class of the American that wants to be an entrepreneur, that wants to own a business, that wants to be able to have a family on 1 paycheck. Because the liberal class favors progressive ideologies, which in no way favor the independent working man to climb the ladder. It's simple. You can literally look at the last 4 years that Biden was in office, from 2020 to 2024. I would say that really had a dramatic effect on America and this generation.
Yeah.
The number of riots, the number of
and all this chaos under the last administration, the leftist media, the same ones that are crying about Trump's tariffs, said 0 about that under the last administration. That's why I don't care to hear what they have to say at this point.
Illegal migrants coming into the country, pricing of houses going up. You know that the majority of Hollywood and celebrities are left-leaning, and yet they're all so irrelevant to us working class. The majority of Americans can't even afford eggs right now. Everybody is all of a sudden leaning towards being a trad wife, and all of a sudden women are realizing that it actually kind of sucks being controlled by all these feminist ideologies, and people are trying to bring back families. And you can see how desperate our generation is for truth, and just to go back to what it used to be for our other parents' generations and the way they grew up. So no, I don't think that the new generation that is well informed will ever vote liberal ever again.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm in my 30s, so not as young as them. But back then, like when our parents were younger or their grandparents were younger, you could survive off a minimum wage job and still have money left over for a house, for fun, etc. Activities you guys do with your family. Off minimum wage, you can afford that. Family, house, money left over, etc. We can make over 100 grand these days, especially in California, and you're still struggling and barely getting by. Also, we do need the family unit back in the house. That is the number one thing that I think we need most importantly. 2 parents in a household, because if you don't have 2 parents in the household, usually the kids develop issues and they are easier to indoctrination.
One serious note. To my bones, I believe that reporting and the White House Correspondents Association is as necessary as ever. President Biden's decline and its cover-up by the people around him is a reminder that every White House, regardless of party, is capable of deception. But being truth tellers also means telling the truth about ourselves. We, myself included, missed a lot of this story, and some people trust us less because of it. we bear some responsibility for faith in the media being at such lows.
All of it, actually, not a little. I don't need to hear anything else in this clip. This is a fake news journalist. So pretty much the White House Correspondents' Dinner was last night, and this guy got an award for telling the truth about Joe Biden having dementia. They pretty much blamed the administration for not telling him he had dementia, not just the fact that you just had to turn on a TV and watch Joe Biden walk, talk, etc. Didn't know what he was doing, fell all the time, had to get told where to stand, what to say. The fake news isn't trusted anymore because they are the ones that lied. Not that the administration did lie, but also they were in cahoots with the Democrat Party. Hence why people like me or like big time podcasters are taking over the news cycle, because no one trusts big media anymore. They have lost all credibility, especially after the last administration, and people are waking up at record numbers. Last video I'm going to show you guys because I just find this hilarious. Happening now, Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries and a lot of the other Democrats are on the steps of the U.S. Capitol to protest Trump cuts to Medicaid and other safety net programs, and it looks like no one came out. This is a dying breed of sheep right here. 6 Democrats, supposedly high-profile Democrats, crying, throwing a fit on some steps. No one's there to watch, but it's comical, so let's watch it.
And so the question is what are we being silent about right now as people are threatened to lose their health care?
Also, before I play the rest of this clip, the Democrats every 4 years or every election, they literally say the same things. He's going to get rid of your Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. Hasn't happened. They're literally saying the same talking points every single election in 4 years. No one believes these clowns anymore. Hence why there's 10 other people there to protest with them. Losers.
How are we being silent when people, beautiful Americans with disabilities, will lose their systems of support? How can we remain
He's
silent
such an idiot, Cory
at a
Booker.
time that women who are giving birth, so many of them who rely on Medicaid, are going to lose their support, and yet again threaten to drive up our maternal mortality rates? Already shamefully in this country, we have the worst of any developed nations. These are the things that we have to ask ourselves: which side of history do I want to stand on? Am I standing on the side of silence and complicity and apathy, or am I going to say that this is a moral moment when the very character of my country is in the breach? I'm going to stand in that breach. I'm going to speak up. This is not normal, so I'm not going to act like this is normal. I'm going to do something different. Leave my comfort zone, sit on the Capitol steps, speak up, join a march, join a demonstration.
These people are such clowns on the left. I mean, they got nothing else left, so all they do is just lie and fearmonger 24/7. I am so glad Trump won. I'm so glad people are waking up in record numbers, and I'm so glad that big media is a dying breed. Also the Democrat Party. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. I'm probably going to be doing another one later, so I hope you guys watch that as well. I love you guys. Stay blessed and go Trump. Have a great day with you.